E-Rock's in studio, and he was telling me 2 days ago about the HitchBOT thing.
Yes.
You need to talk about it for a few minutes.
Absolutely.
Eric, get on mic real fast here.
For those that are unaware, HitchBOT
I was unaware until 2 days ago.
Amazing experiment in Canada they did. We talked about it. I do a podcast called Smodcast with my friend Scott Mosier, and it's very Canada-centric because I love Canada. Scott was born in Canada. Well, he'll argue that, but he's dual citizen. In any event, we wind up talking about Canada quite a bit. A couple months ago, Canada did this wonderful experiment where they created this thing called a HitchBOT. It's an empty paint can with some pool noodle arms and stuff. Not truly a robot, and it had a little brain that was like an iPhone or something like that. And so they would leave it on benches on one side of the country, and they wanted to see how long it would take for it to get to the other side of Canada. And if I remember correctly, it was like a week or something like that, maybe 2 weeks or less. They put it on a bench. People would walk by and be like, oh, and they put it in their car. You could ask it basic questions. It would tell you, like, I'm traveling to the other side of the country, whatever the fuck.
Right.
It wasn't a robot that you could touch or interact with, limited interaction, but it's a social experiment.
Yeah.
To see, like, how long will people trust this robot? Is there a secret agenda? Canada worked flawlessly. Went from one side of the country to the other. Even went to Germany, I believe.
Really?
And came back. Unharmed. We would talk about it on Smodcast. Like, this is amazing. Like, only in Candyland, Canada, does this thing not get fucked somewhere along the way. Where somebody drills a hole in it, fucks it, breaks it, fills it full of cum, whatever the fuck. Like, there's no way this happens in America. So they did the experiment.
Let me just jump in for a second. So, to completely understand, though, the people had to move it around, right? This thing wasn't moving on itself.
You would drive, couldn't walk, couldn't do anything. It was helpless.
Okay.
You would see it sitting on a bench or left by the side of the road. What the fuck is this? You go up to it, it would say some information on it, or if you asked it questions, it would tell you, I need a ride or something. You put it in your car, you drive as far as you wanted, and then you dropped it off. Along the way, you probably looked up on social media, like, what the fuck is this? And,
right.
Oh, it's HitchBOT.
So you would fool around with a little bit and then go, all right, I'm done with this. And
people took pictures with it all across Canada. Lots of people taking pictures with it, even going on little adventures and car rides on boats and shit.
Canadians, they're so nice. They're nice people up there.
Yes, they were like, we trust the little robot. Right. They're like, this is adorable. The motherfucker comes to America.
Right.
And he goes to Massachusetts first. Starts on that side of the country, and he wants to get to San Francisco. So they leave him in Massachusetts. And, they don't track him or anything. They got a geo-tracker on him, but it's not like somebody's watching from the bushes. Whole idea of the experiment is like, what's going to fucking happen here? As predicted. First thing that happened is it didn't move in Massachusetts. Most people are like, the fuck is this?
For about a week, it just sat in Massachusetts.
Sat there. Nobody would pick it up. Nobody would be like, I don't trust it.
It's like a Yankee jersey up there.
Well, Yankee jersey, they might stop and piss on. This thing they didn't even look at twice. Right. So we did another episode of Smodcast where we were like, I knew it. Nobody's picking this up. Nobody trusts it. We had some more jokes. Finally, because of that podcast, there's some cats who listen who actually went up. I saw on Twitter. They're like, we went and picked up HitchBOT. We felt bad. So we're bringing it here. So I saw there was some movement. Then the next story I saw, and it had nothing to do with the guys that picked it up, but it was like HitchBOT killed in Philadelphia. They curbed it, man. They took the little robot and somebody curbed it. The city of brotherly love.
No, they call it like Philadelphia down there.
Philadelphia.
They killed the shit out of it. And it made national news.
To be fair, you did predict this because when it was sitting in Massachusetts, and even Kevin said, it goes, look, it took only like 26 days to get across Canada. And he goes, we're at a week and it hasn't moved 200 feet. And he said, this is probably what's going to happen. And he was saying about being stripped down for parts, sexually violated, all of this stuff. And he's like, it's barely going to leave the East Coast. And it's exactly what happened the next week.
It did. It got as far as Philly, man. And somebody was like, fuck this. And destroyed the dream of HitchBOT.
Is that it right there in the street?
That's the destroyed piece. Now, there's a story behind it that's going to be on this podcast that I don't do by a guy named Scott called ThatMan on Fatman. He does a podcast about me. And Scott found he found a guy who found the remains of HitchBOT. And I spoke to them briefly before I went on stage in Brooklyn because they were like, we want to show you. And they brought out HitchBOT. And there's a picture on Instagram yesterday I put up of me and the headless HitchBOT.
Did you blacklight it? You should have blacklighted it.
Yeah. Right. Let's see how much is all over it. Looks like a fucking Pollock painting. But it was cool. I got to actually take a picture with it. But what I heard from, and this really bummed me out. Nobody knows this part. What I heard from the gentleman who found HitchBOT, he was in touch with the Canadian creators at Ryerson University up there. They came up with the idea of the HitchBOT and put it together. He was like, I'm going to bring it to Kevin Smith. He's going on stage in Brooklyn. He wants to bring it on stage to talk about it. And he said that they got back in touch with him immediately, and they were like, do not bring it to that man. And he was like, why? He's a big fan. He goes, he wants to do things with this robot. Like, the dude had no sense of humor, listened to this podcast and thought we were like, we want to fuck the robot. And I was the HitchBOT's biggest proponent, man. I was but I was warning it, this country is America, man. Like, they're going to look at this thing like, I don't know, it's got a camera in it. Well, you want to watch me fuck HitchBOT and they're just going to beat it up.
You gave so much detail about it being violated that I thought this was going to be your next movie.
I was close. And now I'm sitting there going like, well, what better way to end the movie than HitchBOT gets destroyed?
But then he's doing the voice of HitchBOT being violated. Like, when it's like, why are you so cruel?
Why are you so cruel? I think our poster for the movie was like, was fucked and killed at HitchBOT store, HitchBOT in America.
Jordan in Philly saying HitchBOT was just a prank. Apparently, it was never destroyed.
No, I met HitchBOT. Let me get. There's a hoax video that went out of people destroying HitchBOT, and the people that made the hoax video said that was a hoax video. We didn't really destroy HitchBOt, but I met HitchBOT. Okay. His head's missing. Okay, somebody fucked him up.
Jordan, he's saying you're wrong.
Not wrong, but there's strings of information that are crossing and not connecting.
All right, there you go.
Where was his head? I never saw the head in a.
Oh, show him find a picture
where the head
with the head on. All you see is the body, man. Gotta show him HitchBOT in life, for heaven's sake. Not his death.
Oh, there it is. Oh, little
Look at that face, dude. He had a little smiley face.
That little face.
Someone in Philly was like, stop fucking smiling at me.
Looks like curved him. Looks like the episode where Homer tried to build his own robot.
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah, pretty much.
I wouldn't have destroyed it, but I would definitely made it a drug mule.
There is
Good luck with your trip, little fella.
What an easy way to get some fucking smack across the country.
It's carrying a kilo and you're the dope that has it when the cops come rolling in.
Here comes the fuzz.
There it is. HitchBOT's traveled across Canada, Germany, and the Netherlands. 3 countries. Came to America. Welcome to Earth. They shut it down.
Nice.
Yeah, in America it was Massachusetts to Philly. That was it.
I'm proud of that fact.
Too funny. Do you have to go at 8?
I do. I have to go down to Comic Book Men.